welcome into the Flippin' Hippos YouTube channel. I'm Star, and today is October 1st. So happy Halloween month, happy spooky season, everyone. I'm already wearing my Happy Halloween t-shirt today. I am absolutely stoked and ready for my favorite month and my favorite holiday. The other favorite thing about October for me is that October 1st does mark the beginning of Q4, or the fourth quarter. Q4 is a busy time for resellers. It's a busy time for retail. It's a busy time for shopping in general. But those of you that resell online will notice that your sales will increase in Q4. If you're a long-time seller or you've already been through Q4 before, you know what I'm talking about. But if you're new to reselling and this is your first Q4, there are some things that you need to do to prepare yourself to have the best and most successful Q4 that you can. Regardless of what you sell, even if you just sell used clothing, you're going to see an increase in sales in the fourth quarter. Obviously, toys that are new in the box, new clothing with tags, electronics, gift items, and things like that are going to sell more, but everyone seems to get a piece of the pie during the fourth quarter, and sales go up for everyone. Now, the best time of the year for used clothing sellers, to be honest, is the first quarter. Like as we go into January of the new year, typically people are now spending all of the money that they received at the holidays on themselves. But fourth quarter is going to be busy for everyone. So I wanted to cover some things that you can do now in October as we head into the final shopping spree or bonanza of the year. Sales usually start to ramp up in the beginning of November, and they'll continue to ramp up all the way through December. This has been typical in years past, with the exception of 2020, which was a weird year because of the shutdown and COVID and all of that stuff going on. This is the first year post COVID, post shutdown. So I'm going to run on the assumption or the expectation that this Q4 is going to be like any other Q4. It may be slightly different, better, or for worse. I can't tell you. We've never had a post-COVID or a post-shutdown Q4 before for me to compare to. I can only go off of historically what fourth quarter has been like. So again, typically the sales will start to ramp up in November. And so most of October, you still have time to prepare and get yourself ready for the increase in sales. One thing you want to do right now, and this is outside of the 5 tips I'm going to give you, this is a bonus tip. Go through your inventory and that's listed. And if you have anything that's a Halloween costume, a Halloween decoration, a pet costume, anything that has to do with Halloween, do yourself a favor and make sure you have those good keywords in the title so you can help sell it. Put Halloween, costume, autumn, fall, October, spooky, scary, whatever you need to do to get it sold. A lot of people don't have the right keywords in their titles and won't sell their seasonal stuff. All right, so what can you do as we get towards November when things are going to pick up? The first thing you want to do is get organized. There is nothing worse than being in the middle of Q4 with more sales than normal and not able to find your inventory, or having to dig for your inventory, or spending an inordinate amount of time looking for items that have sold. You want to have a good inventory system in place so that you can go each morning and pull the things that sold for shipping easily and streamlined process. So you don't want to have stuff just thrown in bins. You want to have things numbered. You want to have your bins numbered. You want to have a really good inventory system. So you can say, hey, this shirt's in B5, this remote control is in A10 or whatever. So make sure you have that in place, because when you start selling more, it gets more stressful. When you're selling more, you are pulling more, you are shipping more, you are packaging more. It just gets to be very, very stressful, especially if you don't have a good system for your inventory. That said, you also want to have a really organized shipping station so that you can bring all of your items out of your inventory, put them on a designated place, whether it's a table or a desk, and have all of your supplies right there and just be able to package them up, print your labels, and go. You don't want to be running around your house or your workspace, each item, looking for something like, I need a box for this one and cardboard and a poly bag and tissue paper. You want to have a really good organized shipping station. If you don't have the room to set one of these up all year or permanently, do yourself a favor and set one up just for Q4. Even if you have to take over an area of your home for a month or two, you will thank yourself later, because you want to be able to take that pile of inventory, sit down, and just pull what you need from wherever you've got shelves up on the wall or it's underneath the table or whatever. But having to find the box, the bag, the tissue paper, the tape, if you have to keep getting up and getting stuff for each item, you are wasting time. You're also packaging more items, so now you're doubly wasting time. So get organized. That's tip 1. Tip 2 is to list extra. You've got a little bit of time in October before your sales are going to increase, so double the amount of listings you're putting up each day. We all know the more you list, the more you sell. That goes for Q4 as well, but since your sales are already going to increase, you want them to increase even more, list more. Take the time in October to list double. If you normally list 10 a day, try 20. If you list 5, try 10. And in that same vein, you want to cross-post extra. If you're not cross-posting already, you need to be. And if you are, you need to do more. So get more items on all of your platforms so that you can have a really good, profitable ending of 2021. Focus on those seasonal items from your death pile, holiday items, things that you feel people would purchase for gifts for their friends and family. Go through your death piles with a different eyeball. When you're sourcing, look with different eyes. Look for those things that you think would be novelty items or gift items, things that are new with tags, etc. So that's tip 2, list more. Pay attention to what you're listing. Number 3, double check your titles and your keywords of all your seasonal items. I said this at the beginning about your Halloween stuff. That's for right now. That's this moment. But you want to make sure you double check everything that could possibly be considered a holiday or a seasonal item and put those words, those keywords in your titles. Gift, dad, mom, whatever keywords are appropriate for that. If you have a gift set, make sure it says gift set in the title. Put yourself in the buyer's shoes and pretend you would be online looking for gifts to buy for people. What would you be looking for? What kind of searches would you be typing in? Use those types of keywords. Holiday, Christmas, Santa, reindeer, whatever your item is, you can pull keywords off of that item. But if it's just something unique or something that you think is someone would purchase as a gift, you can use the word like holiday gift in your title. If you have a red dress, don't be afraid to put in your title holiday dress, Christmas party, holiday party, things like that. New Year's Eve, if you have sparkly jewelry or sparkly dresses or really pretty blouses for women or really fancy strappy heels or anything that you think women would wear to parties, don't be afraid to put holiday party, New Year's Eve, Christmas, things like that, because again, put yourself in the buyer's shoes. If I had it in my head that I wanted a sparkly silver dress to wear to a New Year's Eve party, I might look up silver dress New Year's. So think about all of those things on all of your items. You can take a couple extra minutes each day, every day during the month of October to just kind of go over your already active listings with a different thought process, looking at it a different way. Is this something that I can twist in some way to add keywords to make this a holiday item? And then tip number 4, order extra supplies. You're going to need them. There is nothing worse than sitting down to ship an item and finding out that you are out of a box size that you need or a poly bag size that you need. Nothing worse. Oh wait, there is. When it happens in Q4, that is the absolute worst. You do not want that to happen to you. Also, the shipping, unfortunately, does kind of get overwhelmed. The Postal Service does get overwhelmed the further into Q4 that we get, and mail can start to slow down. And especially if you order the priority supplies from the USPS website, the free priority supplies you can order, those tend to have an extra long time. So if you normally order, say, a box of padded flats that take like a week or two to get to your door, they can take 3 to 4 weeks during Q4. Things are going to take longer to ship. You don't want to run out of stuff. You don't want to have to wait even longer for the items that you need, or worst case scenario, end up having to run to Home Depot or an office supply store or Walmart to buy a couple of boxes or poly bags to hold you over, because you're paying a lot more money for those supplies at those types of stores rather than purchasing in bulk online, wherever you normally buy your stuff. We shop at the Boxery. There's a link in our box down below. If you want to look at them, they have really great prices and they have really good bulk deals. So you could go ahead and order some extra supplies now using our affiliate link if you want to help out the channel and yourself. But absolutely order some extra supplies. And the fifth thing is you need to get yourself in a solid routine, and you need to stick to it. You should have been working on this all year. In fact, you should have been working on having a routine the last 5 years that I've been on YouTube, because that is something that I absolutely tell you guys over and over and over again. The key to success, especially when you're self-employed and you work from home and you have to have a work ethic and drive and be your own boss, is having a routine and sticking to it. You need to get up and do the same things every day in the same order so that you create a pattern in your head that becomes autopilot. And it's going to look different for everybody, because everybody's life is different. Everybody's responsibilities are different. So your routine is going to look different from everyone else's. You have to build your routine around your responsibilities, your family, your life, whatever's going on. But you need to get it in place and you need to follow it. In fact, in the next couple of days, I'm coming out with a video specific to routines. A little bit of tough love, I think a lot of you. I was going to say a little of you, but no, I think there's some tough love that a lot of you need to hear, especially moving into Q4, about routines and motivation and staying on task. But for the meantime, if you don't have a good routine, if you haven't been doing your bullet journals and your to-do lists and your schedules like I've been telling you to do, at the very, very least, please go get a piece of paper or a napkin, I don't care, a paper towel and a pen, and write down a routine list that you are going to commit yourself to for Q4 and tape it above your workspace, whether you work at a desk or if you work on your laptop at the couch. Put it somewhere you can see it every day and really stick to it and commit yourself to it. And I don't care what you have to write it on or how you have to affix it to the wall, but I need you to see it every day. And you need to put on there that you're going to do shipping and you're going to list this many a day and you are going to source on these days and take this many photos, and commit yourself to doing these things, especially through Q4. Because it's so important that you stick to your routines. You're going to have a lot of family obligations, friendship obligations, holiday obligations, and responsibilities. Things tend to get really busy and hectic during the holidays for all of us on a personal level. And then in addition to that, we are running our businesses and we are more busy and we are doing more work than ever before. So it's very important that we have those routines and that balance, so we can stick to it and continue to get work done. When you're selling more, you're shipping more, you're pulling more, you're packing more, you're doing more work. You also need to be listing more because you're going to be replacing more listings in your stores. Quick recap before I let you guys go. 5 things that you can do now to have the best and most profitable and least amount of stressful Q4 for your business. Number 1, get organized. Make sure your inventory is in a good system for you. Make sure you have a shipping station set up, even if it's just temporary for the holidays. 2, List and cross-post extra and pay special attention to seasonal items. 3. Double check your titles for keywords, again, for seasonal items, and be creative about it. If you have clothing items that you think people would wear to parties, put Christmas party in the title. Number 4, order extra supplies and do it now. Like when this video ends, I want you to go to wherever you normally order supplies and order more. And 5, create a routine and commit yourself to sticking to that routine through Q4 so that when everything starts to get hectic towards the holidays, you can stick with it. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, let me know down below. Hit the thumbs up before you leave, guys. It really helps the channel so much. And if you haven't already, you'd like to, please subscribe to the channel and help us feed a hungry hippo. You can find us on Facebook in the group called Flippin' Hippos Reseller Pod. Join us over there. We'll help you get through Q4. It's a really great community of resellers. There's a link down below, or you can just search for it on Facebook. Until next time, go be productive. Go make some money. Write these 5 tips down and stick to them, guys. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Y'all are the best. Bye.